Morning! Hope you're doing better than I am. Don't know if you watched my last video, but in said video I set a new really poor baseline in terms of fitness, strength, power, the whole shebang, and I came away from that meeting with my coach at Train Sharp with a firm resolve to work really hard in 2022 towards my goals, which include a 4-day gravel stage race, etc, etc, etc. Well, what could be worse when you have these plans in mind than finding out you've tested positive for COVID? I now not only have to forego any outdoor rides, but worse than that, according to my coach, I shouldn't really be doing very much at all. So let me tell you what the whole story is. Basically, I was feeling a little bit under the weather. I had a sore throat. I started feeling a little achy, but I didn't have a cough, I didn't have a fever, I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell, and despite not having any of those classic COVID symptoms, I thought that the safest thing to do was to keep taking lateral flow tests. So I kept taking those tests daily just to be sure, and to make sure that I wasn't spreading COVID around, of course. Anyway, then I found out someone close to me had tested positive, so I went and got a PCR, and lo and behold, turns out I have COVID. So in many ways, it could be worse because I'm not suffering horrendously, and some people have been, so I count myself very lucky. However, today, the news I got from my coach at Train Sharp has just made everything feel that much worse. You know that I was doing that Strava Street Challenge, the 31 days of riding. I just wanted to ride every single day in January. Well, even though I've got COVID, I decided that I didn't want that to stop me. And so I have been going on Zwift, and I have done a couple of rides, and they always intended to be easy spins, but then I get overexcited because I have a very competitive nature, and I start trying to ride with other people or catch the group in front, and so my power starts pushing up, and I start riding a little bit longer than I'm meant to ride. And that's what happened yesterday when I joined the herd ride. I was only going to do half an hour, incredibly easy spinning, but I ended up pushing up a little bit higher. Anyway, chatted to my coach today because I wanted to explain to him why I'm not doing the training he set me, that I have COVID, and to ask him his advice on what I should be doing. Also explaining that I have this great desire to get training really hard so that I can meet my targets this year. And the advice he gave me was deflating, to say the least. So according to the guidelines, you're meant to have 10 days complete rest. Basically, you're meant to have 10 days of actually doing nothing. Now, I explained to Connor that I don't feel that bad, and that 10 days of doing nothing will drive me absolutely insane. And he told me that the reason you're meant to have such an easy load and rest is to diminish the chances of you getting long COVID. So when he said that, it kind of put the fear of God into me, and I realised that I need to stop being daft and pushing hard on any rides at all. If I insist on riding every day, then I've got to keep it really super duper low. So he has gone into my training plan. He has removed all the interval rides. He's removed all the outdoor rides, obviously, because I'm not allowed out. And he has put in what I am permitted to do. Oh my God. He's put in ride for 15 minutes at a power of 15 minutes at 114 watts. 15 minutes! Oh my God, I hadn't actually seen that. I hadn't actually seen that until I've just looked at it now whilst recording this. When I spoke to him earlier, he let me down gently and said that I could do 30 minutes if I kept my heart rate below 110 BPM. Now he's put that I can only do 15 minutes. Oh God. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. I'm basically not supposed to do any exercise at all, despite the fact that doing a bit of exercise makes me feel 10 times better, and I actually felt quite good whilst doing the herd ride yesterday. Certainly it makes me feel a little bit conflicted. On the one hand, I believe in listening to your body, and I felt good during yesterday's ride. On the other hand, I am not 100%. I do have COVID and I don't want to get long COVID. So that's where I am right now. A bit of a long-winded explanation. I hope that kind of makes sense. So seeing as I am stuck indoors, I decided I would do a bit of bike maintenance and change up some parts and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do over the next few days. I have got some new Zip 303s. These are my favourite wheels. I've had them on my Marin Headlands for a really long time, but it's time to retire those and put these on. So I'm going to be setting these up tubeless with these Quark Tyre Whiz. Now I don't know if you've seen these before, I've got them on my road bike, but this is a smart tyre pressure gauge that connects to an app in your phone, and I've set up a field on my Garmin that shows the pressure in real time of my front and rear tyre. So if I'm riding gravel where I go off-road and on-road and I want to adjust my tyre pressure quite minutely in order to get the most traction or in order to ride quickly on the road, then I can just have a quick look at my Garmin. It shows me what pressure I've got, which is really, really cool. So I am going to be putting on some new WTB fast rolling gravel tyres. These are the Vulpine. They're pretty narrow for gravel tyres, if you ask me. 36, but for the foreseeable future, I'll probably be riding my gravel bike on the kind of harder packed, faster off-road trails rather than the really chunky, lumpy, rocky bridleways, because it's just so wet and such terrible weather at the moment here in England that I just don't really want to do that. Plus, well, anyway, I've got COVID. So I'm going to put on these fast tyres with my pressure gauges on the Zip 303s, and then I'm going to sit here and look at my bike and dream about riding it. But anyway, that's my update. Don't know if you want to see me do all this stuff. Do you like watching my bike builds? What else can I do to this bike? Oh, I'm going to install a power meter onto the Explore crankset. God, my brain is a bit fuzzy. So I could show you that as well. Other than that, I think I'll just give it a bit of a winter overhaul. Let me know if you want to see that sort of thing and I'll get it going. I hope you guys are all right, and I hope you haven't got COVID. If you have, then listen to what your doctor tells you. Listen to your body. I don't know. My body says ride your bike, but my coach says don't. So anyway, watch this space. I hope you're doing well. See you later. Bye.